Welcome back, guys, to what is going to be episode number 3 of my hardcore Iron Man journey here on Old School RuneScape. And at the time of this recording, I've just released the second episode. So again, thank you to those who have stuck with me this far. Now, last episode we made plans of how to get the fairy rings unlocked. After being tasked with having to get an uncut diamond, I've had to brainstorm different methods of actually obtaining a diamond. Now, originally I wanted to go with the ogresses as they drop them in a 1 in 29 rate, but I did some brainstorming and I figured another way I can actually get them is through shooting stars. So you're probably asking yourself, why am I doing Druidic Ritual if the plan is to do shooting stars? You can do shooting stars at 10 mining, however the star really won't last that long, so my plan is to start the shooting stars at 30 plus mining instead. Now, of course, the fastest way for me to actually get to that level is going to be doing quests, and there's a quest called the Dig Site that has a huge mining XP reward. However, one of the requirements for that quest is having 10 Herblore. Now, to actually train Herblore, I need the Druidic Ritual quest done, which is why we're starting off doing this quest. After that, we're going to head over to do the Jungle Potion, and while doing that quest, I should also get one of the Valencia Mosses, which is one of the prerequisites that I need for Fairy Tale Part 1 as well. We're still keeping that main goal in mind while knocking out some side quests along the way. There it is, 250 Herblore XP. We get access to the skill along with 4 quest points. The plan now is to do Jungle Potion, which I need to start in Karamja, so I think the easiest way to get there is actually going to be going through the charter ships. Alright, coming up on the end of another quest, this should be the Jungle Potion completed once we turn in the rest of these herbs here. And there we go, that is Jungle Potion. And we're just shy of that level 10, which we need for the Dig Site quest. I might have enough bombs in the bank to make potions to get me to level 10. If not, I want to get a couple of supplies, so what we're going to do is stop at the general store that's close by here, and then we'll head to Ferox Enclave. So I think what I'm going to do now to finish off that level 10 Herblore is just go to Edgeville, kill some men to get some Guam leaves, and then make a few attack potions. There it is, we get 2 gold bars, 2,000 Herblore XP, which boosts us up to 17 Herblore now, as well as up to 33 mining, which is huge. So the plan now is to go ahead, get an adamant pickaxe, and then I'm going to be trying to scout some stars, and then we'll see about buying some gem bags in order to get that uncut diamond. I managed to save up over 300 Stardust, which means I can buy one of the bag of gem packs. However, I have to hope that it also gives me one of the uncut diamonds. When I looked at the rarity, it looks like we have a fairly decent chance of actually getting the diamond from the bag of gems. So we have 1 bag of gems. This is the moment of truth. Otherwise, I have to go back to the stars. Please, just 1 diamond is all we need. 3, 2, 1. Oh my god, we got it. Okay, yes, that's huge. I'm so happy we got 4 diamonds. That's perfect. I'm so glad we passed that hurdle earlier in the quest with those 3 items, but we did manage to get the magic secateurs. The last part that I need to complete for this quest is killing Tanglefoot. Now, I can't remember if you can safe spot it, but I do know you are able to flinch it somehow. I'm just going to try and play around with the safe spot, see if I can get him in a position where I can just flinch him. Nice. Okay, there we go. That is Tanglefoot killed. Now we can grab the Queen Secateurs, and there we go. That is Fairy Tale Part 1 completed. We get 3,500 farming XP as well as 2k attack XP, 1,000 magic XP, and the magic secateurs. Now, before I actually get access to the fairy rings, I do still need to complete part of Fairy Tale Part 2. I'm going to go ahead and get to the point in the quest where I can actually get access to fairy rings, and then we will have one of our best teleports unlocked. That should be the final step. We've made it to Fairy Nuff in the headquarters, which means I'm pretty sure we now have access to the fairy rings. Once I talk to Fairy Nuff, I'm going to go back and check just to make sure we can go to some other locations as well. Alright, I think that's it. Let's go ahead and give it a try. I'm just going to try like one of the locations that I know. I'm going to try a random location. Let's see if we can go to the farming guild here. Alright, nice, it's working. Okay, that is so awesome. We officially have access to the fairy rings. So I have a little bit of a dilemma right now, which is that I'm pretty low on cash. As you can see in my inventory, all I have is 331 GP. So I figured what I would do to get a little bit of money while also getting some XP is complete Sleeping Giants, which gives me access to the Giants Foundry. And what that does is it gives you pretty decent amounts of smithing XP per hour, but it also gives you a good amount of cash. The other thing I just unlocked prior to coming here is also the Blast Furnace, which is going to be really nice for getting the bars. Alright, there we go. That is Sleeping Giants complete. 6,000 smithing XP, which pushes us up to 34 smithing. I think I'm going to stick around here for a little bit, make a few swords, make some GP since we are, like I said, very low on cash. Alright, we're coming up on our final sword before we hit 50 smithing. I'm not necessarily pushing for smithing levels right now, but it is nice to get. What my plan is to go back to the Blast Furnace after this. I'm going to make a bunch of Mithril bars. That way we'll be getting a little bit faster XP and hopefully some better GP as well. Once I hit at least 100k cash stack, I think the plan is to go back to doing some questing. So I just hit 53 fishing, which is a pretty nice level to get because that's actually one of the requirements for the Heroes quest. Not that we're going to be doing that anytime soon, but I do also have over 50 reward permits saved up. Now the big item to get here would be the fish barrel. However, any of the other unique rewards would be really nice as well. Even a tome would be huge. I figured every 50-ish rewards that we have to pull, I'll do a little update. We'll see what kind of loots we can get. Seem to be getting lots of salmon, which is going to be... If I can get to the point where I'm actually getting lobsters as well, that'd be really nice. It's honestly pretty crazy the amount of food you get from doing Camp Barros. I think I'll definitely stay here a little bit longer because I'm actually really enjoying the minigame. Final 10, let's see, can we get that fish barrel? Alright, we did get some soak pages, which is a collection log item. There we go, that's quest complete for Merlin's Crystal. Brings us up to 54 quest points now. Now the main reason we wanted to complete Merlin's Crystal is it now gives us access to the Holy Grail quest. And from completing Holy Grail, we get 11,000 prayer XP as well as 15,000 defense XP, which will be a nice boost to our prayer level. So I think we'll go ahead and get started with the Holy Grail quest. All we need to do is talk to King Arthur once again. I think after we're done Holy Grail, we might get started with Dragon Slayer. I need to take a look at the quest that we need to complete in order to get access to Fossil Island, but I'm pretty sure this is one of them. So I have my main to scout. What we're gonna do is look ahead and see if there's anyone out there. I'm just gonna have to hover the log out in case someone does come up behind me. So far we seem to be okay. I just need to be cautious because there could be anyone hiding around outside the levers here. Okay, we've made it. That was pretty sketchy. At the moment, I think the main thing I want to buy is nature runes. However, I'm gonna get a few law runes just so we have some teleport runes to get around. I have 400 nature runes right now. I think the plan is to use those. I also managed to buy 20 law runes for later on as well. I'm almost done Holy Grail, so I do still want to finish up that quest, and then afterwards I think we'll do a little bit of mage training, just so we have access to some teleports. We're reaching the end of another quest. I only have a couple steps left for the Holy Grail, but there we go. We just picked up the Holy Grail. Now all we need to do is return to the king, and that will be quest complete. That puts us up to exactly 30 prayer now, as well as 32 defense. 2 massive levels to get. The prayer is especially nice because I believe we can now use the Varlamore prayer method, as well as completing another very nice quest.